Hello, my name is Stephanie Whipple, and I will be speaking about aggregate supply and aggregate demand. Aggregate supply is the total quantity of output firms will produce and sell, in other words, the real GDP. This includes goods as well as services. The aggregate supply curve, much like a regular supply curve, is positive and therefore starts at or near the origin and goes outward and upward. In other words, the aggregate supply curve slopes up because when the price level for outputs increases while the price level of inputs remains fixed, the opportunity for additional profits encourages more production. This is also called the short-run aggregate supply curve, and it shows the positive relationship between price level and real GDP in the short run. Potential GDP, or full employment GDP, is the maximum quantity that the economy can produce given full employment of its existing levels of labor, physical capital, technology, and institutions. An example of this is, let's say during a war, the aggregate supply curve for widgets shifts to the left because of the shortage of workers. Aggregate demand is the amount of total spending on domestic goods and services in an economy. The downward sloping aggregate demand curve shows the relationship between the price level for outputs and the quantity of total spending in the economy. An example of this, let's say, during the same war, the aggregate demand curve for widgets shifts to the left because the people don't see as much as a necessity for widgets. On the other hand, widgets could be even more coveted during the war, meaning the aggregate demand curve would shift right, causing them to be sold at higher prices. That's all I have today on supply aggregate supply and aggregate demand. I hope it was educational. Also, I apologize for my voice and my makeup. I'm in a play and I'm sick, so if you'd like to continue to learn new stuff about economics and school and college in general, please absolutely click the subscribe button and like. Thank you. Bye.